Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
223, what are your thoughts about the Indian performance? No one really able to stick around with Virat.
Yeah, that's what I thought because he was a great example of how somebody with a lot of shots, with a lot of strokes, if I may say so, and one of the most talented batsmen coming out there and gritting it out. He left balls. That's the most number of balls he's left in the first 50 balls that he's ever played. So many great stats that came about just with his innings today. You always enjoy a batsman in full flow, but there is something really special when somebody is gutsing it out there, completely going against what he is naturally capable of, leaving balls. Just one important thing, his trigger movement is something that I want to speak about. He's so good that when he gets his second trigger, he's one of those who gets it early. Then what happens is he crosses the off stump. But this one, you could see, delayed the ability to, change the trigger a bit, the second trigger, which in fact didn't allow him to go across the off stump. So he left a lot of balls outside off stump. I think from the Johannesburg test that he didn't play because of the upper back spasms, that's the one thing he must have worked on in the nets, trying to leave as many as possible. And he came out there with the perfect intent as a batter. Just the way he's paced the inning. If you see in the first 100 balls that he's faced, he's just scored 29. That's not the Virat Kohli we know, but that's just beautiful to watch. I enjoyed his batting today. Very much like how Sachin Paji batted in Sydney. So many great examples. And I genuinely thought if he had batters, the 71st was definitely there and thereabouts. Did you get that feeling watching from the ground that the 71st was round the corner?
Yeah, I think mental application was the key to him. I think he came in there with that mental mindset of, listen, I haven't got 100 for a while. I'm going to get stuck in here and I'm really going to get a big score and try and get those three figures. As you say, very, very watchful about what he did. I mean, we had a stat here where it was his second slowest 50 that he's ever compiled. The other one was 170 odd balls in Nagpur on a real slow surface. And then the third slowest was 120. So it just shows on the scale where it fits in. I think also the shot selection, as you mentioned, didn't go after anything. Was very conscious of waiting for that bad ball. There were a few half volleys that were bowled to him. And every time he got one of those, he put it away. So it was a different Virat Kohli innings. And I must say I enjoyed it, as you mentioned, with regards to the change of mindset, the change of normal character, but just the mind and the strength of the application of wanting to get a three-figure score and really applying himself. It was actually funny, his dismissal, because he was moving around the crease and trying to get onto off stump and manipulate things, he got into that same position where he closed it off a little bit more. And that was the one that he ended up nicking. So, that was a little irony. But I suppose if we look back, the one person who was going to get him, and it was a fantastic battle, wasn't it? Also between Rabada and him, was going to be KG because he did deliver some fantastic deliveries in a spell against him.